You don't even deserve me picking it up. No wonder you're single. Oh well, I'll take it anyway. Dates are pretty tasty.
But you'll take it anyways, you freaking dusty, crusty, musty bum.
And good for you.
What's good, YouTube family? So we back with another one. This one, we got two different videos today, but they correlate. And they gonna seem so different, but they correlate. China's simp economy collapses. Leftover and gold digging women cry loudest as men stop chasing. This is from Child Time. And we got something else. Let me start this from the beginning. This is long, but we gonna get into it. Oh yeah, I don't own the rights to none of this, man. This is for educational purposes only.
Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. Got a video today from China.
Shout out to Red on Chow Time.
Observer. China's simp economy elapsed. Leftover women and gold diggers are crying out loud that men stop chasing them. And this was suggested by you guys. Please extra down below. I really appreciate that. See that, Chow? It's Chow Time.
Speak from the heart. I am considered an older single woman by the public.
She's 39. She looks like a kid still. She looks like she's 19 or 16 or something.
39 years old this year. I have a master's degree and have never been married. Actually, there are two types of leftover women. One is the ordinary single older woman, and the other is a high-quality single woman like
quality?
me. I'm still single.
Okay, so the reason why, you feel me, this is important and the other video is going to be just as important because I didn't even know this was a thing over there. Like, I didn't even know China was dealing with relationship issues. I know America is because of, you know, it's just all over, especially when it comes to so-called African American, so-called black people. You know, us. They always show us on these podcasts, you feel me, going at each other. But I guess it's because we don't see podcasts from other countries and how they are interacting with each other. And I ain't gonna lie, it makes it seem like ours is going down a bad path. You know, we not there yet, but this lets me know this is the direction that it's heading to. So, men, we gotta be better. Ladies, hey, y'all don't want this life. Let's let them go into it. This is crazy.
Despite going on many blind dates because my overall qualities are too outstanding, making it hard to find someone who matches me. I don't want to settle, so I remain single. I also found that men around me are very superficial. They only look at your appearance and age, not your inner qualities, no matter how high my education.
And you're superficial because all you want is money and someone to be in your own status. That's superficial. So yes, they care about looks and your fertility and your youth.
Or how excellent my
He's hilarious. He's cruel, but he's hilarious. And I guess it's like it's a cutthroat truth.
Overall qualities are. Because I am already 39 years old, I have lost my value in the marriage market.
Yes, you have.
Over the years, I have insisted that my dowry.
The crazy thing is, you feel me, like I'm not a Kevin Samuels fan, but he said this before, and like he got dragged. But it's like women saying it.
Must be 580,000 yuan. I am looking for a first marriage with someone who has not married yet, not someone marrying a second or third time. So the only thing I can do is continue.
So she wants a single man that does really well, that has never been married or anything. The Superman syndrome gets even more focused at this point.
To wait for my true soulmate.
True soulmate.
These remarks directly scared off many male netizens.
And you see the mentality of these women and why they get this mentality? Because there's so many men simping over them. There's so many men messaging them, sending them red envelopes, sending them all these things. So they just seem...
Hey, no, for real. And this is why I said, men, you are the problem. You are the prime problem of this because you caused the issue. And I don't know if it's, you feel me, simping. I guess that could be a form of simping because I thought simping was just like when you are a wimp, but for the opposite gender, you know, in relationships. So I guess simp. Yeah. Y'all gotta cut that out, man. Like, you feel me? You devaluing yourself, you feel me, by trying to buy the attention and affection of that woman instead of going to get it the right way. You know, putting in that work, you really getting to know her. You can't skip steps. because it has negative effects. And I know we live in a very serious trick and hoe culture, so yeah, let's let them cook.
Just think, oh, I can just pick the best one I can. And then they kept waiting for the best one, and now they can't even get one.
They commented, "You say average men are scary, but aren't average women just as frightening? Demanding a house, a car, and a dowry, 580,000 yuan
Yep.
alone would take us half a lifetime to save. Forget marriage, just bury us already." The collapse of the simp economy has made it impossible for gold
So did the drizzle movement all move all the way to China? Drizzle, bitches.
diggers to
That's so crazy because I swear this whole drizzle thing just started like a month or two ago, and it's like, damn, seriously.
control Simp's wallet. For single women, the dream of marrying a rich and handsome Prince Charming seems even more out of reach. Thus, on 520 Day, a phenomenon emerged on one side, gold diggers getting nothing, and the other side, older single women lamenting, "No man pays attention to me." The so-called simp economy is a popular term that has emerged on the internet in mainland China in recent years. In the simp economy, simp describes those
We have it here in the US. OnlyFans, the simp economy is huge.
who are excessively attentive and overly adoring of the opposite sex. And the main point is, despite their continuous dedication and attentiveness, they may not necessarily win the favor of the other person. The consumption generated by these simps in their efforts to please is collectively referred to as the simp economy. It must be said that Chinese capitalists have made a fortune off the simp economy. And those who are vain and willing to use their bodies and look to exchange for gifts and money, treating love as a business, are the gold diggers who rely most on the simp economy. They need men to buy for them.
Are we seeing a correlation? Like, I'm just saying, I'm just pointing this out. It must be a global thing, It's always been a thing, where pussy done had some type of value to certain men, and it's like they would do the most for it, but then it's like when you don't have no type of intrinsic value, you only give money. You have to have more than just money. You feel me? When a man value himself, he will have money, but he won't just give money. You feel me? He won't just give his time. He won't just give his energy. Everything is going to be earned, and it's going to be transactional. It's going to be, he gonna find somebody, and she gonna be of quality, and he gonna take his time. You feel me? To make sure that she is that before he invests into her, or into the women he chooses. But let's keep it going.
In fact, the rise of the May 20th festival is a consumer trap set by businesses. During good economic times, people don't care much about where their money goes, only whether they spend it happily. Only in economic downturns, when money is tight, do people become clear-headed and see through the capitalist schemes.
Hey, peep that. Right now, it's financially around the world is collapsing, so everybody is waking up and they peeping things for what it is. That goes with, you feel me, the way we treat each other too on a social level, especially when it comes to relationships.
The once romantic confession day May
Hell, even in the US, people don't see through these games. They just still spend.
20th is now labeled as, by many men, as Gold Diggers Day. The public opinion suggests this directly proves that men are waking up. In the past, the tradition of men unilaterally buying gifts for women led to unequal spending and returns for men. Sometimes, if they bought the wrong gift
That drizzle definitely got moved over to China. Oh yeah.
or not enough, instead of praise, they face criticism. Many now believe it's better to spend money on themselves or their families.
Man, the drizzle. I can't believe that's a thing, but hey, I guess so.
A relationship not only requires money but also time and effort. For simps,
The Chinese boys are in their soft guy era finally.
long-term dedication does not bring certainty, only increasing sunk costs. Moreover, in the current economic downturn, the pressures from unemployment and housing prices, young people are losing confidence in
Hell, dude, housing prices here are ridiculous. Anything in California is ridiculous. The cheapest house in my neighborhood is what, $800,000? It ain't even that great of a house. It's probably a 100 years old house too.
the future. Nowadays, many young people believe that making money is better than finding a partner. In the midst of busy working schedules, managing a relationship that requires significant financial expenditures has become a burden. When times are good, they might have indulged a bit, but when money is
Oh man.
I have
Skip that.
tight and expectations are lowered, they have to consider cost effectiveness. With limited funds, investing in a vague dream seems less.
Wow, you guys see that? This simp.
But also look at like how he is. He hunchbacked over. He not. It's like he bowing. He don't really got too much confidence in it, you know. So I think that also plays a big part of too. It's not really so much of what you doing; it's how you doing it, and women pick up on that.
Present
But I think he finna roast her.
the flowers to this very, very unattractive, overweight woman, and she just grabbed her friend's hand and just walked past. This is when women are being sought after at such a degree because there's so few of them.
Appealing than spending on oneself and enjoying life in the present. Due to the collapse of the simp economy, businesses have experienced the worst sales on record for this May 20th. Scenes of 10 yuan for 5 bouquets and piles of flowers and garbage bins seems to be announcing to the Chinese society there is no way we're spending money for love.
Damn right.
This was a scene on May 20th this year. The video showed beautifully packaged flowers, which used to be the most sought-after items on this day, now reduced to 10 yuan for 5 bouquets at street
10 yuan for 5 bouquets? That's dirt cheap.
stalls. Flowers, 10 yuan for 5 bouquets, 10 yuan for 5 bouquets. Despite this, there are still very few customers, and most of them are women.
Yeah, I see
It's
that. I was
important
going
to
to say it's
know
supposed to
that
be women.
in previous years, these flowers were in high demand on May 20th. If you didn't reserve them in advance, buying on the day meant outrageous prices and uncertain availability. But
I'm proud of my China boys. They've woken up, smelled the coffee, and it started drizzling.
now, piles of flowers are turning into mountains of garbage, and no one wants them. Previously, on May 20th, the area around
You would think since women love flower. I know I'm interrupting a lot, guys. I'm sorry. It's just so much shit to go on in this particular video. And women love flowers so much. Why don't they just pick up all these flowers and then put it nicely in their rooms or wherever it is? Where
He really hella funny. Seriously.
because they love flowers, do they not? Do they really? Or is it because men spend money on it and that's why they like it?
trash bins would be filled with beautifully packaged flowers and gifts. You can make more money by scavenging around a trash bin than by going to work. But this year's May 20th, trash bins weren't as lively. Most of what is discarded were flowers, and the occasional discarded gift was nowhere near the quality of previous years. With the collapse of the simp economy, there's not even worthwhile trash to pick up anymore. This young lady tried to capitalize on a couple's argument by scavenging for discarded gifts to make some money, but when she opened one, it turned out to be just a bag of dates. Look, there's a couple arguing over there. Oh my gosh, the gift is from Dior. I really don't understand how you can get rejected after giving a Dior gift. What's going on here? Dude, you're something else. Putting dates in a Dior box to give to a girl? I thought I scored when I picked this up. Do you think that's fair to the girl receiving the gift? She opened it full of hope.
Yeah, hope.
So why was that hope? I mean, I get it. You feel me? But we really need to be more selective as far as But let's let it go a little bit longer.
Hope that she was going to get something expensive and she got what she deserved. Nothing.
Only to find dates inside. You don't even deserve me picking it up. No wonder you're single. Oh well, I'll take it anyway. Dates are pretty tasty.
But you'll take it anyways, you freaking dusty, crusty, musty bum.
And good for the blood.
He is hilarious. Seriously, this dude is hilarious.
She also remarked, this year, the gifts from guys are especially cheap. This video content creator tried to make some money on May 20th by picking up unwanted gifts from others, only to find that with the poor economy, there were no gifts to collect. Whose handsome guy's gift is this? Left here. Come claim it. Let's get a close-up. I told you not to be a content creator, and here you are, out at night picking up trash. Maybe it's because the economy is bad now, so people are afraid to buy gifts, and we can't even find trash. But there are so many people picking up trash today. Everyone wants to get something cheap. Wow, we found a treasure. There's an Armani lipstick hidden in these flowers, just perfect for me. The person who gave the flowers understands romance, but we ended up with it. Those people who found LV and Hermes gifts today, where do you think they picked them up? It's all staged.
Yeah, I would assume
On
so.
May 20th, the Chengdu metro station entrance became an internet sensation. The trash cans outside the station were piled high with beautifully packaged flowers, with no one claiming them. This scene sparked heated discussions online, with many female...
This makes me so happy. Why am I smiling so much because of this video? The person that suggested this video to me, kudos to you.
Female viewers expressing their feelings that their lives were worse than a trash can, which was filled with flowers, while they received none. The collapse of the simp economy is most accurately felt by merchants. Many flower shops, jewelry stores, and hotels hope to cash in on the holiday.
Similar here. A lot of flower shops, wedding dresses, all of these, anything that has to do with weddings and marriage nowadays have closed down. Why? Because men aren't doing that shit no more.
But reality dealt them a heavy blow. The owner of a Suibei gold store in Shenzhen recorded a video complaining that this year's sales were the lowest ever.
Based on the sales data from previous stores, the sales performance on this year's May 20th is probably the worst ever. For those running hotels, restaurants, and...
Okay, so I thought that was very interesting. Y'all go check out his video. We gonna pause it because they doing a commercial. China's simp economy. China's simp economy collapses. Leftover gold digging women cry loudest as men stop.
At Vistaprint, we print.
Y'all make sure y'all go check him out. It's Red at the Chow Time. Now this brings me to video number 2. Now you peep. The last thing that he said is men aren't doing it anymore. This is from Keeping It Real with Drell. Now, mind you, his was 9 days ago. Hers is 11 days ago. It's in the same thing. Why are young men not dating? Older men are done dating. Men are walking away from relationships. What the fuck is going on? Is something collectively going on? That was in China. This is way in America. Let's see what she got to say.
Longer dating, and there's a reason why. We all know, and there's a reason why.
Wait.
All know.
Let me.
Things I want to talk about today. It's going to be like a little rant, okay? Now, we all know that men are no longer dating, and there's a reason why. We all know that. And these are men from all walks of life, whether they're young, middle
In China as well. She not lying.
age, older men, because there's not women out there that they want to communicate with. There's not any good women out there that they want to deal with anymore. They just... Men have had it. They've had it up to here. They've had it with you modern women. Okay, and like I said, younger men, middle-aged men, older men. There's no choices out there for them anymore. None whatsoever, and I don't blame them at all. Okay, and it's not just a handful of men, a certain group of men. It's countless men that are saying the same thing. So if all of these men are saying the same exact thing about modern women, then it has to be true. Okay? It has to be true. Now, men, I want to tell you this, and I know a lot of you already know this, but there's some younger guys out there that may not know, and they really need to hear this. Leave these modern women alone. Please, Leave them alone. And I know a lot of you have. That's why you walked away from that stuff.
That's tough, man, because I don't mind. I don't know. Maybe it's me. I mean, I'm very selective, and I'm fortunate, for who I pick. But again, I'm very selective. I use a lot of discernment. I've always been a good chooser. I don't think that modern women are an issue. I think it's the way you deal with them and the way your mentality is. How you got to know how they operate, and you got to actually set guides. You got to set the foundation, and you got to have your barriers, man. You got to really draw the lines in the sand. You got to keep it solid from jump. I don't think modern women are terrible. You feel me? Like, I don't know. You feel me? Maybe my experiences are just a little bit different than others. But, yeah, this is tough.
Away from dating, everything, marriage, everything. Leave modern women alone. They're evil, vindictive. They want everything that you have, and they will take everything that you have. Okay? All they have to offer is what's between their legs. That's all they have to offer. If you take that off the table, what else do you have? What? Nothing. Because they can offer nothing. They can't even boil an egg. Okay? And they act like they're so strong and independent and they don't need a man. No, it's not they don't need a man. The men should be saying, where are the good women? That's what the women are saying. Where are all the good men at? No, the men should be saying, where are all the good women? Because there aren't any anymore. Okay? You act like you're so strong and independent. All of this stuff. No, you're not. You don't know what the word strong means. You don't know what the...
I'm going to let her cook. You feel me? But I do believe it is still some good women around. I believe it's a lot of good women around. I believe it's probably a lot of good dudes around, honestly, for them. They probably just don't run into each other amongst all of the trash people, you feel me? And not even saying that other people are trash. I feel like they are just misguided, and their thought process is just too pre-programmed from this system. This system has done a lot of damage to us socially on a psychological and an emotional level.
The word independent means, okay? Now let's go back in the day from my grandmother, my mother, my great-grandmother, okay? All of the traditional ones, okay? Those were strong women. Those were independent women. The way
she ain't lying.
You're using those terms today are totally different from what they used it as, okay? Example,
But I'm sorry to keep pausing it, but also a big thing of the difference between the women of then, just like the men of then, and the men and the women of now, are the psychological programming, the trends. You have to know what was popular in a generation to know what is the mentality of that generation. We see what is popular in the generation today, what was popular in the generation before today, and the previous generation. Like the last 3 generations, the popular things has been the most toxic things for us, especially when it comes to our thought process, as well as financially the collapse of our dollar and our financial system globally. You feel me? The dollar done lost 99% of its purchasing power since it's been off the gold standard in 1970, 1960 something. Around that time, man, a dollar could get you so much. You feel me? Like right now, the value of a dollar means nothing. It's almost how people treat the value of a relationship or the value of people in general.
My grandmother, and mind you, I'm not talking about these young grandmothers these days. No, I'm talking about the older traditional grandmothers, okay? Now, here's the thing. If my grandfather was sick, my grandmother knew how to do everything. That's a strong woman. She would get out there and wash clothes. And hear me out, okay? You women are so lazy. You have everything in the palm of your hand are ready to make everything easy for you. Microwaves, okay? Everything's pretty much done for you, microwave, a smart stove, a refrigerator, everything's there for you. Whereby those people back in the day, when they got ready to wash their clothes, they used scrub boards and they hung their clothes on lines to dry. Now you have washers and dryers to do that for you. So you don't know what strong is. Now back to when my grandfather would get sick. My grandmother did everything. Everything that my grandfather knew how to do, she would go and do it. Okay? That's a strong woman. And here's another thing. She was also a very feminine woman. Okay? Very feminine. But she knew how to do hard things that my grandfather knew how to do. And here's the major key. She still knew her place. And even though she was out there doing these things, she wasn't trying to take that masculinity away from my grandfather. She did what she had to do. Strong, independent woman. As far as independence goes, she didn't follow behind other women like you women do when you come in my comment section of a video I made, and this is what you'll do. You'll say, well, this is what she really meant. How do you know what she really meant? You're not in her mind. She said exactly what she meant. Stop sugarcoating other women. I guess that's this sisterhood thing. You guys need to find something else to do. So being independent, that's not independent, because an independent woman can think for herself. She don't have to follow up behind other women and agree with other women. I'm a woman, and if I know something's wrong, I'm not going to agree with you just because I'm a woman. That is wrong. So you're not independent at all. And all you want is what men have. No, you have your own money, you said. You work, you do this, you don't need a man, all this stuff. Yes, you do. And you know you do. Okay? What about all this stuff that's going on in the world? Do you ever turn on the news? All this stuff that is going on in the world. Do you see what's going on? But you say,
Okay, I ain't gonna lie. Auntie Cooking, she get into a lot of good other points, you feel me? But I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all make sure y'all go check this out too. Why young men are not dating, older men are done dating, men are walking away from relationships. Now, again, like I said, it was 11 days ago. The other video was 9 days ago. This is Keeping It Real with Drill. That was Chow Time. Two different content creators on two different wavelengths. You feel me? Reporting about two different parts of the world, but it's the same thing, and it's a big problem. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe y'all tell me. Maybe I'm tripping. Like, I'm looking at this. Even this is. I haven't even watched this video, but it says, "Ask an older man. Women are discovering how men are wising up." Like, that's crazy. You feel me? What is it about? It says, "Men have learned our dirty tricks. No more marriages." I think that says marriages. The timestamp is covered. But still, I'm just like, dang. It's something big going on. You feel me? On a global level. So, yeah. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what y'all think. Maybe it's something y'all peeping. Also, before I get out of here, y'all go check out the course at Wellness, and hey, help you get it in. This was very powerful. Like, this really will, you feel me, help you out, help you get on your game, motivate you, inspire you, and keep you passionate. You feel me? Help you find your passion. All right, I'll catch y'all on the next one.